Alright guys, first of all, in case you didn't get caught up with the news, 3D Realms revealed that they will be taking over the publishing rights. I've actually said it before this game called Rip-Out. Something announced more than a year ago as a first-person shooter, co-op multiplayer, a survival horror game too at the same time. Announced that the game is now coming to the next generation of consoles exclusively in addition to PCs and releasing sometime later this year. That's all they said. To accompany the good news, and also they came up with this.
Something wicked dark is coming.
They took over the hospital almost immediately.
Originally slated to release in the summer of 2023. At number 2 we have here once again with a new trailer, Redfall, a co-op semi-battle royale shooter from the same developers of last year's Deathloop, one of the most praised games ever. I like to think what you'd get by mixing a little bit of that with Fortnite and a little bit of Left 4 Dead. Include a bit of fantasy tales where every character you get to play as has a superpower. Like, you could say a little bit like even Valorant. Anyway, Redfall is now releasing May 2nd for PCs and Xbox Series X only.
Is this our time? Pathetic.
You'll come to me in time. They all have.
You wish you were one of us. You'll wish for it when you die.
What is this place? It's like the weirdest dream.
You're not supposed to be here.
This is a broadcast for the people of Redfall. Find a weapon. Defend yourselves.
Going up.
Ah, shit.
The whole world is changing. Starting with Redfall.
Coast Guard station got taken over pretty quick. Everyone scattered. We gotta get out there, grab some supplies, and help people get through this mess.
A group of scientists managed to tap into the noosphere.
You probably know this. I've actually said it a couple of days ago. Stalker II has been in development for over 10 years now, and it is still in its active development. That is due to difficulties of war, hacks, and some financial constraints, especially in the beginning of the thing. However, nonetheless, the team is continuing to make the game possible sooner rather than later, and reports has it we're no longer getting finished product within 2023, or if so, we're lucky at its earliest around holidays. Upon release, then the game is going to be coming to PCs and Xbox Series X only.
And who the fuck are you?
And what do we have a decade later? The Zone, in our image, after our likeness.
My men are still lying out there, and I can't even bury them.
Died in an anomaly. Shot by loners. Found with a stone around his neck. Thrown off a cliff. Torn apart by dogs.
First announced July last year. At number 4, we have the finals. Sitting on Steam through a free demo, you just gotta click request access in its page. This game is a team-based co-op first-person shooter, totally free-to-play game, and being made by the same developers who are currently working on Arc Raiders. That's also another Unreal Engine 5 AAA game in the making. Guys, Final Year is available on PCs through a demo and said to be coming out by the end of the year for the next generation of consoles as well.
And he gets the backstab! What a steal!
At number 5 by Antimatter, developers of the first FPS series of IGI games, earlier this year, or was it late last year, came up with the reveal that the newest IGI game going by Origins, that this game is now releasing across all gaming platforms within 2023, possibly September. And just in case you're wondering, this is actually a prequel to the original game that came out 23 years ago, reimagining of the series with a modern take on the shooter genre itself. That's what they said. Number 6 as the most anticipated game of 2023 and technically the oldest game to have been in development ever. We've got over here once again Starfield, revealed back in 2018 and ever since building the most hype as the first of its own sub-genre, which was touted as an action RPG space odyssey sim. I like to think what you get by mixing Skyrim, Mass Effect, Fallout and even Destiny. The game's coming to PCs and Xbox Series X only finally September 6th. Here's a new trailer. Coming from a few veterans who were previously working on Dead Space, a Call of Duty games, at number 7 we've got over here, quick mention, Immortals of Avium, a single-player first-person fast-paced fantasy shooter that is now coming to PCs in the next generation of consoles only in about a few months. Moving on.
You came to clean up this city, didn't you?
Number 8 from roughly 2 years ago, we've got over here by the famous mobile game developers Nacon in partnership with Teon, that is about like 30 games in the making right now for the mobile gaming industry. The same developers of the Terminator Resistance, Teon, if you didn't know, are making a Robocop game called Rogue City. What is described? They describe the game as a story-driven single-player first-person shooter that is being built with the use of Unreal Engine 5. It is releasing September 2023 for PCs and the next generation of consoles only. Here's a new trailer.
Take care of that. Open the door. I have the warrant.
Oopsie. I think I dropped my key somewhere.
It's Robocop! Surrender your weapons.
Watch out! Light on it! Finally! Just die already!
Coming up behind that at number 9, we have Shrapnel, a game that was first aired last week. Second time it's getting a mention here with what's described in its official website as a AAA extraction first-person shooter built on the blockchain with the aim to deliver a one-of-a-kind experience. Not only in formula, but in a setting in a not too distant future where a mysterious substance has changed the balance of power on Earth. That is all we know.
Beautiful red eyes are chosen.
Number 10, we have, and I've mentioned this one a couple times before, Luna Abyss. This is a narrative-driven action-adventure, but at the same time first-person exploration-based shooter, in which your aim as a character is to discover this vast colony under the depth of this moon on another planet. Anyway, the game is a little bit like a bullet shooter with cosmic horror elements as well. There's some gameplay. It's set to be coming out for PCs in the next generation of consoles only, mid to late this year.
Come, wanderer, step into the drift. Let me share with you a fragment of my infinite knowledge.
Coming from half a year ago, technically at its reveal, we've got over here Trapang II. Just a quick reminder here, this is the second time we're having this one in a list, as it's getting insane as we go. We've just got a new trailer, reconfirmation that the game's releasing later this year, and a free demo on Steam, finally. Guys, Trapang, whatever that means, is a slow-mo Max Payne / Fear-inspired action shooter. Guys, Witchfire on the other hand, technically one of the most awaited games in its own genre. In case you are new to this, is a dark fantasy first-person shooter from the same folks who previously worked on games like Painkiller and Bulletstorm. See, Witchfire has been, by the way, in development for like 5 years straight. It's now set to come out summer 2023, and according to developers, as soon as it is just possible. The game is also then just coming to PCs. Number 13 as one of the top 5 most anticipated games of this year. Not just that, literally the longest awaited sequel ever. We've got over here once again Dead Island 2. This game is now releasing for PCs into both generation of consoles April 21st. Game's gone gold, there's no more delays. In case you didn't know, Dead Island 2 is just set a few months after the events of the first game, and it takes place in Los Angeles under a full quarantine restriction due to an even worse outbreak.
More real than this. Los Angeles, City of Angels, or as we like to call it, LA. Just think of it as your own stylish, sun-baked, zombie-smashing playground. And trust me, these hungry bastards are everywhere. But don't worry, there's more to this city than hours of happy skull-busting. It's crawling with adventure and crazy ways to pass your final days. We've got all the usual tourist attractions, albeit with a uniquely horrifying vibe. There's loads of survivors.
You want to blast on a Trent special?
Although,
Were you getting the pizza?
they're all as mad as the flesh eaters. How'd you like me now, eh? Wait, shit! Ah!
Seems they like you a lot, Jacob. I'll take it from here. We've all dreamt about smashing zombie brains, right?
Coming up at number 14 from no more than a few months ago, we have once again a crime boss, Rocky City. A game that's touted as a stealth action FPS where you mainly work to become a leader at this criminal underworld, which is set in a fictional version of Florida back in the day, about like 300 years ago. Here's a trailer, gives a single player and a co-op multiplayer, and set to be coming out around June.
Take cover.
Being built with the use of Unreal Engine 5 by NetEase as a PC to mobile exclusive. At number 15 we have once again Once Human, was first revealed around the same time last year. Ever since its rep as a multiplayer open world survival shooter set in this strange post-apocalyptic future where not only you fight against zombies to survive, but even freak nature monsters like Resident Evil bosses, especially, the village. Anyway, this is a multiplayer. You can play the game in multiplayer as a trailer. Game should come out eventually by the end of the year.
Get up now. We've got to get out of here. Keep yourself hidden.
Number 16 we have, with another trailer from earlier in the year, a game called Forever Skies. A lot of you have been following this one. It is now sitting on Steam through a demo as of now and set to come out fully or in its early access, nobody knows, by the end of the year. Forever Skies is a first-person post-apocalyptic survival shooter in which you play the role of a airship captain, get to travel around the earth and do what you gotta do to just survive. Game's coming to PCs, eventually next generation of consoles as well.
Advanced technology, such as turbine engines, radars, new tools, and more. Once scanned, head on over to the research station and check out the new blueprints that you have acquired. To unlock advanced technologies, you will need to place samples of every component needed into the station in order to research the blueprint. Once your research is done, the advanced technology becomes available for you to craft. The research station will help you research blueprints for fabricators, build tool, paint tool.
And my only way out of here is with one of them.
One of the major reveals at the Game Awards last year was the newest title of the BioShock series' creator, an entry point. It was actually given that title of possibly a series, something going by the name Judas. Guys, Judas was actually made in the same style of BioShock games. It is set in a totally different universe or multiverse and touted as a single-player narrative first-person shooter. Here's the trailer in case you missed the game. It's set to be coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PCs either late 2024 or early 2025.
People say I have this coming. And you know what? They're right.
Domain of devious creation. 1,000 shrines to pain and challenge, each built to protect the only resource we have left.
And last but not least, from Behavior Interactive, we just got an update and a new trailer on their newest game. This is also the same folks behind Dead by Daylight games, in case you need a memory jog. What is described as a post-apocalyptic first-person building and raiding game, where every level is designed by just players. Take a look. Meet Your Maker is available through a demo on Steam, set to be coming out for PCs and other consoles as well, April 4 this year.
Take this example. I call them maze makers. These builders weave their outposts like a loom, spinning labyrinths to torment and confound, luring their prey deeper into the abyss until escape is nigh impossible. Next come the trappers. They are masters of suspense, crafting traps and secret snares. All is quiet until the chaos erupts. An invisible arsenal lurching to life, eviscerating any who covet their oozing hoard.